I sold like a pair of hearing aids for $350.
Like just the way that he marketed it and said it made me pretty big believer in it, more than I was before.
Yeah, and I think what I've started to realize too, as I've connected with more people and we're kind of talking through some ideas how to grow it, there's just so many different branches of revenue that you could get off.
We've had a few, maybe one or two high ticket sales guys on make 10% on a 5K sale, make $500. I can promise you right now that making large chunks of money at one time is a good way to go about it, because you don't understand how much freedom it gives you to just make like a lot of money in one shot and then just do whatever you want with your life in the meantime.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Side Hustle Experiment Podcast. Today, we're going to cover, we each came up with 5 ideas that we could make $3,000 a month in 2026. What will we do? We'll go back and forth. I don't know what Drew has. He doesn't know what I have. We're just going to go back and forth one by one and see what we come up with.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done a solo one. Before we get into anything, I think if you guys have recommendations on stuff we should do for the pod, drop it in the comments. Guests, what we should talk about, I don't know, whatever you like. I feel like I'm way less tuned in with what people want than I was at the beginning of doing this, but like our views are the same, or they're going up, you know? So I don't know. If you guys have suggestions, let us know. We'll try our best to do that. But anyways, today's episode should be pretty valuable. I hope so.
I'd agree.
Do you want me to start or you start?
You start.
Okay. Well, that's good. First one, we've talked about this a billion times, but there's something that's happened recently. I don't know if you know about this or not, that's made this opportunity. It makes me kind of regretful that I stopped doing this, but I think this is going to be a big deal. So Whatnot, do you know what recently happened with Whatnot? Did you see that?
They just got funded or something? Did they just get like $1 billion or evaluated? I don't know. Yep. I just literally heard it on a podcast like earlier today.
Yeah.
So I don't really know much about it. It was just a talking point on a podcast.
And now this is me bragging a little bit, but the whole time it talks about Whatnot, I'm like, my prediction is if someone they can get with like can bring in a big audience, that'll be the key to Whatnot, of like a big commercial or a big collab that could bring in like a mass amount of people. Well, part of that investing you just talked about is Logan Paul, which I was like, man, that's probably the number one person they could get in terms of like onboarding a lot of people. He's very famous. He's into like the reselling stuff with his like Pokemon cards and that type of stuff. I mean, that's probably the best thing they could have done. So my prediction was I hope somebody would do that, but I left Whatnot where I even waited for that to happen. But I think Whatnot will get huge. And I think that the money that'll be there, if you start getting big creators on the platform, it'll just be free money. It'll trickle down from people getting on there and having 100,000 viewers at one time. So that's number one for me. I think that's probably the easiest way next year. If you're positioned there, as long as you can get inventory cheap, you know how to do that kind of stuff, I think that could be great.
It's funny you say that because I was listening to a Gary Vee video earlier today, and he predicted that if you start selling on Whatnot or any live shopping app, that in 24 months you will make $1 million. He's like, you just have to figure out a way to get it wholesale or cheaper and then sell it on one of these platforms. And he's like, if you put your head down for 24 months, he's like, you will make $1 million. Not $1 million in sales, but he predicted like $1 million in your pocket. And I was like, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I kind of wish I would have stuck with it more, which I guess I could. I could just start doing it again.
I mean,
but what I'll say is it is just a grind. Like, I think the position there to really make the money is hiring it out and like doing what Levy does, set it up as a system, because streaming 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, it's hard. But you're printing money all day, I guess, if you get the viewers. But there's just days where you're not have a lot of people on there, and it's like really hard. Can you go through that? It is worth it. So maybe I should just stop being lazy. But somebody, if you're listening to this, you should take action on that, especially if you have a way to get inventory cheap.
Yeah, that is actually one of the most popular episodes, is the Whatnot one with Levy. And then the other one where we talk to the guy who sells sneakers, the guy Frank, to Whatnot sellers. I think, yeah, for most people, like the logistics of that is just super overwhelming. To like ship 200 things, or like I saw someone did a live show the other day and they sold, I think, like 300 items in a 2-hour show, and like 2 days later they're just like, or I don't know how long you have to ship on Whatnot, but like if it was like 48 hours, it was like the 48th hour and they're like, I still have like 20 packages to go. I was like, god damn, like to ship for like 2 days, like I don't know, not for me.
Yeah, it's hard. Which I guess, I mean, if you position yourself, it would be worth it if you could make like 40 grand a month really easily, which is probably the case. Maybe it is worth it. It's just hard. Just the initial thing is hard, which with that, with everything we talk about in every business, it is. So maybe it's just worth it. People should do that.
Yeah, I agree.
What's
So
your
number one for me, no surprise, Amazon influencer program. I mean, if you want to make 2-3 grand a month, like that is the ticket to do it. Like without a doubt, hands down. Like I've done it. I know other people have done it. I mean, I'm coaching people right now who will probably be on their way to do that for the next couple months. And there's no inventory. You're literally, we are actually talking a lot about it before this podcast. You literally just go around your house and make videos. People send you stuff for free. You could resell that stuff. Like you'd be shocked how much money you can make just on Facebook Marketplace alone reselling this stuff. And now I'm starting to incorporate a little eBay. I sold like a pair of hearing aids for $350
jeez?
just yesterday. And I was like, oh, eBay is stupid. Like I don't have time for that. I was like, well, you made $350 in I think 72 hours of when it was listed. And someone bought like something like this, like charger kind of thing for like $30. I'm like I definitely dropped the ball on that. Cause like I give a lot of stuff to like my liquidator. So now moving forward, I'm really gonna try to like get eBay going. And it like I think for any of this stuff you have to set rules. It's like it has to be able to go in an envelope. Like I'm not shipping like a bet, like I'm not doing any of that shit. But like it has to go in like a 9 by 11 or like one of the big mailers. Um, so I think that, but hands down, like I don't really know of any other business that you have zero startup costs. Like there's nothing. There's no fees to pay if you want to get a plugin. I'll run you anywhere from 40 to $70. Other than that, you just sign up, you make a bunch of content, get approved, and then you're good to go. I mean, I don't really know of any business that you could start with $0 and have the potential to make a couple thousand.
Yeah, and so something that's made me, we've been doing a bunch of stuff behind the scenes, but more so, what's made me like more bullish on that in general is just having some of these guys on that have softwares with it and like seeing that they like that space is early. Like the software space is really early on Amazon Influencer
Yeah.
Program, which means that there's just not a lot of people doing it compared to what you would think. Because if there were a lot of people doing it, like you think about Amazon FBA, how many softwares are there out there to calculate your profit? There's SellerAmp, there's RevSeller, there's AZN. There's so many of them. There's like 25 that are all competing. That's because there's a lot of people doing Amazon FBA. But now you have like the influencer program. There might be 5 softwares out there total that even do any
I
numbers
don't
at
even
all.
know. Yeah, if there is that many.
Yeah, it might not even be 5. So that just means that there's not a lot of people doing it, or at least not a lot of people popular to where people see this as a big thing. And recently we've been trying to see like, okay, so who sells Amazon influencer like coaching or courses? Dude, but like we can't come up with any that are even good, that have like a good funnel or anything like that. There's just not a lot of people doing it at all. There's UGC, there's TikTok Shop, but there's not a lot of people doing that. So when I used to think that it was more late term thing, which is when you look anything up on like Reddit, that's what it's going to say is like, oh, I've already tried that. It sucks, but that's Reddit. That's just how it is. I don't think there's as many people doing it. And then the way that you can kind of position yourself differently and make more money, like the Oink guy, the way he explained all that made me think, oh, this is a bigger deal. This is going to be a bigger deal than I think for a longer term.
Before we get into that, I wanted to let you know I created a totally free guide to get approved for the Amazon Influencer Program, how to scale it up, how I literally went from $0 to $50,000 in just Amazon commissions alone. There'll be a link down below. The guide is absolutely free. It's about 33-ish pages, and I have a whole video walking you through the whole guide. So if you want to start making money on the Amazon Influencer Program, definitely click the link below.
Like just the way that he marketed it and said it made me pretty big believer in it, more than I was before.
Yeah, and I think what I've like started to realize too, as I've like connected with more people and we're kind of like talking through like some ideas how to grow it, there's just so many different branches of revenue that you could get off of this. So you have like your original like on-site commission. You have creator connections, which like leads to free products. You could resell this stuff on Facebook, eBay. The fourth, I have a YouTube channel that drives traffic to Amazon, and I make money off of those affiliate links. And then there are brand deals. So brands actually pay me to make videos for them. Like that's absolutely insane. You have like 5 really solid revenue like streams, and I've started to see or connect with some other people that make more money driving like traffic from like a YouTube page to Amazon and like getting affiliate stuff that way. Like if you have a viral YouTube video and you have a link in there, like it's pretty insane like what you could do with that. So I have like lots of thoughts like for kind of 2026, like how can I juice it more? I make a video for this microphone, like how could I make the most money possible outside of Amazon? Like maybe it's making a higher end YouTube video. Maybe it's like finding other platforms. Like now there's a bunch of other platforms that are popping up that kind of offer like better commission. So like you would create a link through their platform and maybe they're offering like let's call it 20-30% commission. So instead of posting your Amazon link, you put the 20 to 30% commission link in your YouTube. So I just think there's so much opportunity, and with like zero startup cost, and like everyone has a freaking iPhone. Like I don't know what your excuse is.
Yep. Yep. Well, for number 2, my thought is we've talked about this a lot, but I think Brent is a good example. If you haven't watched the Brent episode, you guys should. The fitness guy, I don't remember what the episode's called, but he was a coaching guy of mine like a few years ago, and I told him that his personality was good. He should start doing social media content, and then he bought a program like this year. I think he has 60,000 followers on Instagram now. We interviewed him like 2 or 3 months ago, and he had less than 10,000 or less than 12,000 or something.
I think he just passed 10.
Yeah, he just passed 10. Now he has 60, and he gets so many views. But my whole idea here is this like micro personal brand, which he's not even micro anymore. He's pretty big. But if you have something that you're really good at, you're really, really passionate about, and you can just talk about it all the time, I think just Instagram heavy. I've said other things in the past. I think Instagram's probably the best. There's multiple reasons for that, but Instagram posting reels every day, making sure your content's super focused, just having a coaching program where it's 2,500, 5K, whatever, and just getting 1 or 2 people a month, that's going to pay for the whole thing. That's going to be the $3,000 that we're talking about. And I think it's easier than you think to really do that. Like Brent took a lot of time on his, and his in fitness, which is a pretty saturated thing in general. But if you have a unique message and you're kind of selling to the same people you are, I think that's a pretty easy way to do it, because you really just only have to get one sale. You have to speak to one person to buy your stuff. Let's just say you sell it for $3K. So you just meet the criteria of this episode. One person a month. That's all it is. And then you help them get a transformation. And that's all you have to do.
Yeah, I totally agree with that too. I like that for a lot of reasons. Like again, no like upfront cost. Like you literally just make like your time is valuable, sure, but like I don't know, I feel like in some cases it's just like your time's not that valuable. Like if you have to make extra money, like if you don't have money, like you have time. So you need to like use that instead of your money. So I do think that's a big lever too. And like you said, like just imagine like he has 60,000 followers. Obviously he posts something, not 60,000 people see it. I get that. But the general gist of it, if he's posting every day, post 30 days, like he has to have one person watch one of those 30 things to maybe book a call or to work with him. Like that does not seem like unrealistic at all.
Yeah, all you need is an Instagram and a Calendly thing. You don't even have to use Calendly. There's probably a free one, and then you talk to them on a Google Meet and you sell them with Stripe or whatever. You could take Venmo. You can really just get it very basic if you just want to see, hey, how can I do this? And I know I saw Grant Lannon talk about the other day of like what business model, and it's like completely backwards thinking that way. Like what you should really do is just post content and try to sell somebody something. And if you can do that, then you can figure out the business model. Like what's the best way to do it? What's the best way to use it? It was just an interesting post. And I'm like, and I was in a program with him that he did that. He would make somebody an offer. He would tell them, post 3 TikToks a day, help them write these scripts. You can do the same thing. That's never going to go out of style. You can always do that. And you're going to gain so many skills in the process. You're going to be good on camera. You're going to be really good at sales because you're having to sell these people who just saw you or just have been following you for a little bit on your program. And you're going to have to get decent at sales, which is always going to help you because you can like parlay that into any other business you want to.
I'd agree.
What you got for number 2?
Number two, I'm gonna go kind of like a local one. I'm gonna say Facebook Marketplace. I would say like flipping furniture, flipping anything in your house, and obviously you're gonna run out of stuff in your house. But taking that money and then buying other stuff on Facebook Marketplace, doing like local reach outs, um, posting like, "Hey, I buy XYZ," or you could run free ads on Craigslist, even do Facebook Marketplace. I just think there's such huge opportunity in flipping stuff locally. The only reason I say this is because doing the Amazon Influence program, I'm getting like all this stuff for free. And a lot of the stuff is not name brand at all. Like just like random shit that like I get and people are paying 50, 100, 500, $1,000 for this like no name stuff. So like you could even come across like just decent looking furniture, like higher end stuff. Like I think you could make a killing. There's always stuff around me anyway that's on the side of the road, or like people are trying to get rid of stuff all the time. Like there's just like stuff in our house right now that I'd be like, like I could list it on Facebook Marketplace, but I have like a lot going on or what. Like I wish someone would just take this and they could do
Yep.
whatever they want. That's what happened with the liquidation stuff for AIP. Is like, I don't have all the time in the world to list this stuff on eBay, so I'm going to give it to someone else, and then he could sell it. So I do think Facebook Marketplace is huge. There's stuff that people are giving away stuff for free every day. You type in free in there, you go to Craigslist, type in free, and then you can just kind of build from there. I don't think it's that hard to do. Again, this is something that's free. You just need a Facebook account and your phone. I think once you kind of get going with it, it's really easy to get it to like 3K a month.
Yep. I think another point on the back of that, and this is something that I don't know if I talked about on the pod. I was doing this a little bit. I tried to do it a little bit last year successfully. Where I got into golf, I'm still into golf a lot, and I was wanting new clubs, but I don't know if you know anything about golf clubs, but they're really expensive. So I was like, okay, how do I get these? I know I can flip my way to these because people don't people don't know the arbitrage between like Facebook and eBay and then these golf websites. So what I did was I went on Facebook. I found a set of irons that I couldn't hit because they were like blades and I suck. So I can't hit these like thin golf clubs. And then it came with a putter that was like $130 from Kirkland putter from Costco, which they have like good golf stuff for whatever reason. Well, I bought it from him for like 200 and some dollars, sold it on eBay for 290. So I made like $40 on just the irons. And then I kept the putter. So I paid nothing. I made $40 for the putter. And then recently I was trying to find better golf irons because one of mine broke. So I bought these set of ping ones, which were like $160, and it was like missing one of the irons from the thing. And that's the ones I wanted to play with because I already had the other iron. But I had accidentally bid it on these Cobra ones, which is like another brand that are very good. And these are worth $350. I just bid drunk one night. Okay, I'll bid up to $100. I got the sale and I can flip these on eBay immediately for 290, 280. And I can put them up locally and flip them for 250, 280. This was like accidental flips because I know this golf market a little bit. And talk to ChatGPT. Are you kidding me? You just like talk to it about whatever you have. It told me which ones to buy. It was like, hey, it'll send you the listings and say, hey, like, just talk to it about, okay, let's say you know a certain thing. You know about chairs. You like your desk chairs. For some reason, you know that. The Herman Millers, that type of stuff. Go see if there's arbitrage opportunities for you to get those things and flip them locally. Or flip locally and flip them on eBay. That type of thing. And something that you already know about, you talk to ChatGPT, it's really not that hard to do that. If you know about golf, just do what I'm talking about. I know there's a market there because I do it accidental drunk like once a weekend if I wanted to. I get on there and just bid on stuff. So it's possible.
Yeah, and I also think there's huge opportunity because when I used to flip furniture, like you're always looking for stuff. Like I know one of the good things too is like auction. So like people go to someone's house, it's an auction. They always do the furniture last because no one cares about it. They want the car, they want all the other shit. And like so at the end of the day, the auction, there's like furniture, you get tables for like 10, $20, flip them for 100. Or after the auction, the stuff that no one buys, you'd be like, hey dude, like I'll just take all this for 100. And now they don't have to clean it out. Like you're doing them a favor hypothetically. Maybe they even give you this stuff for free. So I do think there's just a huge opportunity there. And I think a lot of times too, like people on marketplace, they're just trying to get rid of shit. So like they're like, yeah, just take this stroller for $30. Like I don't care. And you
Mhm.
could sell that for $100, $200 if you know what you're doing. So I do think the arbitrage stuff is, oh my God, it's like so crazy. And there's always people too on Facebook who are going out of business. Like,
Yep.
so you'll see a whole restaurant, you'll see a gym, you'll see all this stuff. Like, if you're willing to put in the legwork, there's no doubt in my mind you can make $3,000. Like,
Yep.
that's 30 items at $100.
Mm-hmm.
An item a day. Like, I don't know. I think that's a huge slept on way to make $3K.
Yep. This came to my idea. I will do this. I'm not going to be lazy. We will drop in the comments if you watch this far. Maybe I'll make a little video for the beginning. We will put like a guide here. We'll put the 10 things and little step by steps how to get started. Either we'll just drop it as a Google Doc, or we can put it through the domain you use now. We'll set up like a little lead mag system or whatever. We probably have nothing to sell you at the end of it, but we'll collect your email just in case we do it in the future. But if that doesn't do, we'll make a different video. But I'd like to make a little doc of all these things.
Yeah, sure.
This has been pretty valuable, I think. Anyways, for number 3, I think high ticket sales or high ticket setting is a very good idea. Somebody close to me does that and they make a shitload of money. And I know that if you can get in with a good offer, now this is all dependent on if you get a good offer, because if you're with a bad offer, it can be terrible. Like, and a lot of these offer owners lie. They don't make as much money as they say, and you don't get paid as much. That's a little rough. But if you know how to sell, if you're somebody who likes to talk to other people, look into high ticket sales and high ticket setting. I don't know exactly where you get started. There's a lot of programs for it. So maybe just one of those programs, do your due diligence and pay somebody to teach you. But the biggest thing is not really learning the sales. You're going to learn that over time. It's getting the offer. So if there's an offer, like let's say there's some guru and they're like, hey, I'll teach you high ticket sales. The main thing you should look for is, can they place you on an offer, or as part of their guarantee, hey, you pay me $5,000 and I'll get you an offer where you like, I'll keep working with you until you do. That's the type of thing you want to pay for if you go for a coaching thing. Because the offer placement is by far the biggest deal. But if you are on an offer that's, let's say it's organic, and you have these people that book in these calls that are basically, you're a kiosk. You're not even really selling them. It's not like you're selling to cold traffic. You're selling just people that want to swipe their credit card. You're just getting free money. You don't even have to be that good at sales. You just are just using the offer owner's leverage to sell this stuff. And the commission structure is really well. We've had a few, maybe 1 or 2 high ticket sales guys on, make 10% on a $5K sale, make $500. There's your 2 days. 2 days you're making $100,000 a year. Really good opportunity if you can get on a good offer.
I like that one a lot as well, just because I think too, it's like one of the ways you could probably do it too is if you ever bought something in the past that you really liked, a coaching program or just a service in general, you'd be like, hey, I really love this, or I got these results. Like, are you looking for someone else to help sell? Because like, hey, I took your shit and like it really worked for me, and like, yeah, I want to tell the world about this. And you might have YouTube or social or anything like that, but like, from what I understand from like the high ticket coaching world, is a lot of the closers on those teams are actual students, or they become the teachers of that stuff or whatever. It's because they got the result, they're super familiar with it, they could talk about it. It just makes a lot of sense. And yeah, I think like kind of almost the theme of this episode already is just like searching for better opportunities where you could get chunks of money. Not just like make $5 off of like selling a bar of soap or like whatever on Amazon. Or like, how could you actually like put some extra time in and like figure out how to make 500, 1,000 on one shot? And I think that is a lot of work.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a big proponent of that stuff. So that's probably what most of mine is gonna. And now that you say that out loud, I never even noticed that. But I do think I've been through this cycle of so many businesses, and I can promise you right now that making large chunks of money at one time is a good way to go about it, because you don't understand how much freedom it gives you to just make like a lot of money in one shot and then just do whatever you want with your life in the meantime. You can live a long time like that. When everybody likes the MRR, everybody likes to have the monthly recurring, but that's good until you realize, well, you're going to burn a lot of that just living, and those people are going to churn, that type of stuff. And with Amazon, you pay for the inventory, and then you have to buy the more inventory, and you're not really making that much money, that kind of thing. Instead of just, hey, how can I collect a lot of cash really fast and then kind of figure it out from there.
I like that.
What's your next one?
So my number 3, I'm gonna go TikTok Shop. I still think TikTok Shop is a great opportunity. I know people who are absolutely crushing it on TikTok Shop. I think this is another one too. It's like you don't need any capital to start. You could literally start doing this, start making videos, you could start going viral, doing whatever you want to do. And if you could attach a product to that, you have a real good shot to make a ton of money. Now, I think that's one of the harder ones. Like I would say the Amazon influencer program is way easier. Um, but with TikTok, you do have that chance for kind of like the infinite kind of money to be made. And I think people are just, I don't know, they're just consuming shit like 24/7. Like, I think the TikTok shop videos too are getting a lot better. They're actually putting like more effort into it, and you're just like almost like watching like a little skit, and then like all of a sudden the product's in there. So I think if you could do a good job doing that, I definitely think that is huge. And I think with a lot of people, that's another one where it's like, well, if you make good TikTok videos, brands are going to start to pay you to make TikTok videos for them. So there's like a ripple down going like that. If you start to get good GMV, start getting shit for free. And then like here we are again, like now you could resell this stuff. So like I think that is like one of the biggest opportunities as well. Like it seemed to like die down a lot. I don't think necessarily, I don't know why it happened to die down. I think there's other stuff going on. Maybe it got a little bit more saturated, but like anything else, if you're good and can get like eyeballs, I don't know, you'll be all right.
Yeah. I had that one on mine. I had removed it because we've talked about it so much. So that's good. You summed it up. We'll move on to the next thing. I mean, I agree with what you said. I mean, that, like, I think the thing at the end there, you're like, why would people talk about it? It's good. It's gotten harder because, like I said, many episodes ago, people get familiar of the sales process, and you can see it on TikTok. Like I saw this a long time ago. People are like, I'm purposely not buying from your link because I know you're selling me. So you really have to be creative in selling this stuff. I saw um, Trevin, somebody I was with was scrolling TikTok, and his TikTok popped up, and it was like him taking a video of his kid in this thing. And I was like, what a good video. It seemed super organic. It wasn't like high pressure, and it did super well. I'm sure he made a lot of money on it, but really hiding the sales process of like, I'm not just trying to sling you this thing for a discount. I'm trying to like feed this into your natural feed to where you don't know that I'm selling you this. I'm just kind of educating you on like what's going on here. That's how you're going to win with that type of thing, instead of just what you probably think. The old TikTok shop stuff probably doesn't work as well anymore, which is easier. Next thing, I've talked about this on a few pods, but I really believe in it more now than.
If you could just take 2 seconds and subscribe to this YouTube channel, we would greatly appreciate it. We're trying to get to 5K subscribers by the end of the year, and the more subscribers we have, the better guests we can get for you. So you literally just take 2 seconds right now, hit subscribe. It will also let you know when new episodes go live and everything we're up to. Thank you so much.
Ever just how long I've done this, but I'm running ads for someone that has a local service business. And this is a kid. He's 18 years old, and he runs a window cleaning company. And personally, I don't know why you would get your windows cleaned for as much money as these people charge, and especially on the schedule I don't understand the offer. Maybe I'm okay with dirty windows or something. I'm not the target customer, but I don't really understand it that much. But he is printing money for somebody in high school making so much money, and he's not even top 5 biggest ones in my city. There's a bunch of other bigger ones, and I'm just crushing it on the ad side for him. Like he's getting ads all day for $30, $35 leads. And he closes these. He makes, I don't know how much money, but close to $170, $200 a lead. And that's on the front end. So like a lot of these people pay quarterly. So they'll pay like $200 a month or $200 a quarter for a year. So each customer's worth $800, and you pay $30 to get that customer. And he's closing the leads at 80%. So like you could really say it's probably $50 a customer and making $150. And before he was paying 20% commission, door knocking to people's houses. And now he's not even doing that anymore. He's like, dude, I don't even think I'm going to have sales guys. I haven't knocked doors in a month. And he's just letting these leads come in, just print him money. And what happens is some of these leads too, where you're advertising on Facebook and Instagram, people will share your stuff. If they're a lead and you did good work, they see the ad again, somehow they'll share it. Like he got a ton of leads from this woman sharing this thing of his. So it's kind of like a big system. And the local service ads in general just suck. They're like a bunch of people that are like, hey, I'm this person and I sell this. And that's what ads he wanted to do. And I told him, no, you have to get creative with this. Like they don't care about you, man. They care about like, why do they even want their windows clean? So we've done some of like, I tested all these angles, all these different things. And this is probably boring to some of you guys, but if you're going to run the local service business, this will work. Test a bunch of angles: the pride, envy, protecting your home, value, whatever your niche is, but everything that someone might want to buy your stuff for. And the one that won by far was like making your neighbors envious of your house. Literally, our headline to call to action to go book it is windows your neighbors will envy. I've tested so many of them. That one wins every single time. Nothing's even close. And the whole ad is about, do you want to have the best house on the block? That's like what people are paying for this thing for. If you can find some unique angle there and not just go with what everybody else does, you can print money as a service business. Now, it's not fun, I'm sure, to do all the service work, but if you're already somebody that can do that stuff, it's really easy. And you don't have to run ads. You can just post on Facebook. I know somebody recently, they just made a Facebook post that they're like a handyman type of guy. And now he's had like 8 quotes, made $300 an hour, 3 hours of work, $900 in one day at profit. This was after materials, after everything. So he's like already made himself a $3,000 a month business just posting one post on Facebook. People will pay you to do stuff like that if you know how to do it, or if you even want to clean. If you want to get gritty, you can do the window cleaning, the lawn mowing, that type of thing. But I think that there's a way bigger market out there than people think. Like it's easier to get people than you think it is.
Yeah, so I guess you have 2 there because it's like the service business itself to do $3,000. And then you running the ad, so you could make money doing that if you want to do that too.
Yeah, he doesn't
No, I
pay.
know you're
I
not,
should
but I
probably
mean,
take
like,
it.
yeah, there's that. But I really like that too. I feel like, again, like, back to like Facebook, it's just like people are just on there looking for just like random stuff, like clean my lawn, like power wash, all that kind of stuff. And I think if you're willing to do the work, you could easily get like a $3,000 a month. And I think it's just really not that difficult. And like to post on Facebook, you just post on Marketplace and do it for free. And start getting leads that way, I feel like. I mean, other stuff that comes to mind is like Christmas lights. Obviously that's like kind of played out, but it's like I like see like, and I think it's just not that hard. So like we have this gas station by us called Sheets. It's not really a gas. Have you ever heard of it?
Mm-hmm. I got him here.
Yeah, it's awesome. I absolutely love it. It's not really a gas station. It's like more higher end, like, but they sell gas. I don't even know. But like on the inside of every sheet, there's like a bulletin board. Super old school. You go in there, what do you see? You see like a flyer, and they all have like numbers. It's like you have snow removal, you have landscapers, you have selling like diabetes test strips, there's printering, there's like all sorts of shit. And like all this like there's usually only like 2 numbers left. Like obviously someone is pulling these, and what does that cost you, like, to print 100 of those things, go to your local sheets or wherever people go, put that. I saw the other day, I saw like some Christmas lights, like, call this number, and they have like the signs like kind of just in the grass. So I think those service businesses are just like crazy. I think I was telling you, we didn't talk about it on the podcast, but another podcast we listened to, some lady like makes, I think it's almost $1 million putting pumpkins on people's like front porches. Like she just organizes the pumpkins and works, I don't know, 3-4 months out of the year. And, like, she works her ass off, but like just puts pumpkins on, charges more to take them away. And like, I don't know, I'm sure there's like a lot of labor in there, but like, I don't know, for $1 million to work 3 or 4 months, I mean, why not?
Yeah, the margins on you were talking about the Christmas lights. He does Christmas lights too. The window cleaners, they're kind of dead in the winter a lot, which not right now. You're still getting a ton of leads, but usually they're dead in the winter. I looked at all the other places around us. They're not even running their window cleaning ads anymore. They're just running Christmas lights. That's like the two. Usually those people run that together. And those jobs are high ticket. Like people will pay you $2,000 to do that, and you make 90% margin, 80% margin on that. So he's making like $1,800, $1,600 cleaning that job. Now that's a hard job because you have to get on roofs, and you really need to have insurance for roofs, and a lot of insurances don't cover roofs, so that gets a little sketchy. But if you can put up Christmas lights, that's a huge one. You can make $1,800, $2,000 per job, and people need that stuff done. Like they're either going to do it themselves or hire somebody to do it.
Yeah, and you could probably one, you already have the customer base. Like if someone's paying to get their windows washed,
Yeah,
like good chance they'll pay for Christmas lights. And like you probably could run the same Facebook ads. Like instead of like envy, like have your neighbors envy your house, and instead of window cleaning, it's like a nice looking house with Christmas lights.
yeah.
Same
Which
angle, but like different wrapper, I guess.
Yeah, I tried to run those, and they weren't working at all. Which maybe I didn't let him spend enough. I only spent like $50, but he was kind of, I don't know. He said he couldn't take that much fulfillment, so I was like, let's not even waste time with this because we can get these quarterly people or whatever. By the way, if you're gonna do, maybe I've inspired you to run ads for some local business. Make sure they pay you. I haven't asked him for money, which is probably pretty stupid because I've like literally like made his business completely automated on the lead side. But I know him well, so I don't really care to do it. But
yeah, and that's a really good point too. Like we talked about it on our last episode, I think. Yeah, with Corey, when he set up like a CRM for some business or whatever. Like he made a ton of money doing that, and on the surface, we were both like, "What? Like this person doesn't know how to like set that up?" And they're like, "No." So like, there's a lot that you potentially know that a lot of other people don't know, and that they would pay you to help them solve that or whatever. I think that's like one of those things. Like you could literally just like walk around and just be like, oh, like I wonder if someone would want like me to rake their leaves, or I wonder if I could take in someone's trash cans. Like who's gonna pay for like someone to like bring in the trash cans? Well, like there's services around us that like do that. So like just never really underestimate like what people will pay for. I think people are paying more and more for stupid shit than they ever have.
yeah, convenience.
For sure.
What's your number 4?
My number 4 is this one. I think, I don't know if we talked about it before, but I would say anything consignment. I think consignment could be like a great model for people that just need stuff sold. And whether you're going to do that on Whatnot, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, whatever. So consignment basically like Drew's like, I have a bunch of shit. I'm like, all right, great. I'll come pick it up. I'll sell it and we'll split it 50-50. So I think that is just like a great model because one, there's always people that have extra stuff around, or it's just a great model because you're basically like, hey, I'm going to do all the work and I'm going to give you half the money. And I think that works for most people. I was just like thinking like the other day, I was like, man, like if someone like approached me and was like, hey, if you send me all your Amazon influencer things, I'll pay the shipping. Like I'll split 50-50 with you. I would totally do that. Like, why wouldn't I? Like, I don't want to spend all the time like listing on eBay and like doing all this stuff. So, but if someone presented that to me, it's like, yeah, I'm getting this stuff for free. Or if they're like, I would even do 60-40 if they're gonna pay the shipping to get the stuff because it's like whatever. I don't have to deal with it. I mean, that does like there's definitely like issues that could occur, like you need tracking and all this other stuff. But I think like if you have no money, like consignment could just be like super, super lucrative for you.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I don't have much on that one. I guess I don't know much about consignment, to be honest. I didn't even know what that was until you got halfway through. I knew that like what the general thing is, but yeah, just getting stuff for free. You're basically getting inventory with a front. Yeah, they front you the inventory and you pay them afterwards. So yeah, it's cheap way to
I
get
guess you got to be careful if you're using someone because we both got screwed with that one company for FBA who did consignment. That was consignment at like a very bad level.
Yeah, that company sucks. Okay, that probably lost me so much money. I can't even imagine. I didn't even pay attention. Anyways, number 5. This one's very unique, and I don't know how well this will work. Maybe I shouldn't be on this list, but I assume it would just based on, well, what I'll tell you why this is based on. So I've had some payment processor issues with something that I'm running, so I've been trying WAP instead. And when I'm on there, I looked at my affiliate commission on WAP over lifetime affiliates, which I didn't even think I've really done that much with that. But I just collected every few months. People sign up for arbitrage ops through my link, and they sign up for I don't know if there's anything else, but mostly my money's come from arbitrage ops. And this has been the last few years. I've done nothing with this. I haven't talked about Amazon in 2 years. And I showed this ref link a lot when I was kind of in Amazon, but not all the time. I didn't show it to like everybody every day. But I've made over $5,500 in commissions, profit. This is no expense, directly to my bank account from doing these WAP affiliate stuff. So what I've thought is like a lot of these programs are good. And let's say you get on there and and I saw Corey's thing. He's paying 40% affiliate commission, paying out that much money if you could sell his $800 like vault thing. That stuff's really good. Yeah. So I think, I don't know. I don't know how exactly you do it. I know a lot of guys run faceless Twitter pages, so maybe Twitter's the way to go about that. You can do it on Instagram, but if there's something you know a lot about and you want to make the content, you don't want to handle the fulfillment, putting some affiliate links up there on WAP and just getting people in those communities, they usually pay a lot of money. Some of them are $50, $100. You can take 40%, 30%. Just general affiliate marketing. But for the WAP stuff, I think those communities are pretty good. Like Divine, for example. I really thought about creating a faceless account and just shilling Divine all the time. So if you see somebody doing that, that's me. But I'm like that could be great. You just got to be good at making the content, and you don't have that much commitment because you're just shilling an affiliate link. You're not selling them hot ticket. You can do a faceless. You don't have to have a face.
I like that a lot. Affiliate is great. Like, I guess I've been doing it since I started YouTube and stuff like that. I mean, it's just like stuff that I use in general. It's just like, hey, like I use SellerAmp every day for the influencer program. This is how I use it for the influencer program. Do you want to use it too? Like, check out this link. Like, you're doing me a favor, help me out a little bit. And I think that it really like takes almost like the pressure off. Like, a lot of people don't like sales. It's like, hey, dude, like you don't have to buy this. I'm just showing you how I use it. And if you want it, like here's a link to it. So I do think that's a really smart way to do affiliate stuff too, because it's like if you're using it, you might as well, get some money. Like RBops was a great one too, because it's just like it was an awesome group and stuff like that too. It's like it also depends on your market. I mean, the Amazon market kind of went to shit, but like, you know, most affiliate programs is like for the lifetime of the user.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone like we've been using Riverside for this podcast for the last almost 2 years now, so we use an affiliate link to sign up. Someone's getting paid for 2 years for a link that we clicked on 2 years ago. Like it's kind of insane, like to kind of think about that. Like I see people all the time like, oh, I'm still making this $5 on this software or whatever, and it's just like shit. Like there's like I think Aura, I haven't talked about that like repriced in forever. And there's like still 2 or 3 people that signed up like 3 years ago. They're still buying it and they still pay out a commission. And it's like, wow, like what a great use of time to just like drop that affiliate link or whatever. Obviously, I put time into making content and all that kind of stuff, but I really like, yeah, affiliate links is great.
Yeah, she said I got to make sure I look at the seller snap after this. I know that a seller snap's a really good affiliate, and I think I got some people to sign up for this. I randomly had a $500 thing come into my PayPal not too long ago from seller snap. And I haven't talked about this stuff in forever. Like arbitrage ops, yeah, I still make $200 a month. I don't even remember the last time I talked
Damn.
about that. Yeah.
That's insane.
So,
Yeah, and it's also too, I guess what you don't realize, because like there's definitely some stuff that like people sign up for. It's just like if you were maybe like on a podcast or like wherever the link happened to be, if someone like just searched and like it just happened to pop up, like it's just kind of crazy to think.
yeah.
Like someone recently paid and it's like I haven't talked about this in forever.
Mm-hmm. All right. What's your final one?
So my final one here is going to be I don't really know anything about it, but I've heard really good things about it. Definitely going to be Faceless YouTube channel. Um I know a couple of people who are crushing with this. It seems difficult to pull off from what I understand. You really have to have an understanding of like how to create video, how to create good content, all that kind of stuff. But I think if you get it to crank, you're going to be golden. I don't remember what the stat is 100%, but I think YouTube is almost like the most watched thing on the TV over Netflix. It's like
I've saw
people watch
it before.
YouTube. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Which is just insane to think about. That, more YouTube is watched on a TV versus Netflix or any other streaming. So I think people are really turning to that stuff. Like if I think about it today, like how much stuff I watch or listen to, like a lot of it's on YouTube or it's a
Mhm.
podcast. I'm not looking on TV for like whatever I'm currently interested in. Like no TV shows on like marketing or anything like that. So it's like you go to YouTube. So I think that could be a huge opportunity. Or just starting a YouTube channel in general. Like just for affiliates, for brand deals, all that kind of stuff. I think that's a huge opportunity.
Yeah, I almost put that on there. Starting a YouTube channel. Yeah, that people are just that's gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. So I agree. I think that's a good one. It just takes a lot of work. YouTube is like a grind. Editing videos, thumbnails, talking about stuff, making ideas. That's the hard part of it. But it's definitely a good way to do it, especially if you already like kind of doing that stuff. YouTube's the place to be for it.
Yeah, and I think with that too, I guess we kind of like skipped over this. I think for like YouTube though, it requires you to like learn a lot of skills that are transferable pretty much anywhere. If you
Yep.
got to design a thumbnail, like now you could design. If you got to like make a video, you got to make a good video. Like learning to edit, like that might not be the best skill, but like being able to edit is definitely useful in itself. So I think that is like a really good one as well.
Yeah, all these other businesses that I try and do because of me editing this YouTube channel, like the the intro and me doing the thumbnails and stuff like that, it makes me better at like a lot of this stuff. And if I didn't know how to do that, I wouldn't be able to make ads the way I do. I wouldn't be able to like, I don't know, find valuable moments within certain things that I read. Like I take the valuable moments out of the intro, the spot, and make it the intro. That's like a little bit of a skill to do, to know like, okay, what's going to hook people the best, which maybe I haven't done a great job of it because our views aren't going up a ton, but I try my best, and I feel like some of them are pretty good. The last one I feel like was our best intro, maybe ever. I was like really happy about that one, but
No,
it's so much value, somewhat valuable to know that.
yeah, I agree.
We won't keep this one too long. What else? I guess one thing not to do is start a podcast because we don't make $3,000 a month from that. For the people wondering, uh, we
That's
lose
good.
money.
Is there any business model off the top of your head you wouldn't do or wouldn't recommend?
Yeah, I don't recommend doing Amazon FBA at all. I think that I hate to say that. I've said that a billion times, but obviously don't do that one. I don't know. Really, anything works. Even Amazon works. Like Amazon works fine if you know what you're doing. It just depends on what you want. More so, like what do you want your life to look like? If you want something that's like low risk, it's all dependent on that kind of thing. Like everything we've said is good. Just depends what you want to risk. Do you want to risk your time? Do you want to risk your money? How big's the ceiling on it? How much money do you even want? Do you want just $5,000 a month? There's tons of stuff you can do like that. So that's kind of what I would say on the worst ones.
Yeah, I'd agree with you too. Like, definitely, I feel like actually we never even like talked about it. I guess it didn't cross my mind until now. Like, definitely something with AI. I don't know
Yeah.
what you would do with AI, but like some type of AI business, like, or helping small businesses with AI or implementing it. That's it easy. That's like probably like $10,000 a month
Yeah, I
opportunity.
was gonna put that on there, but to be honest, my thought on that is you're really maybe some of these AI things is like maybe it's a good plan, but really to start a business like that, you don't need to know AI. You just need to know sales. So really, you're just being a sales guy because a lot of this AI stuff, maybe it is helpful for companies. I'm sure it is, but you convincing the company that it will be helpful is way more important than anything else.
Sure.
Like the thing that Corey was talking about, the whole GHL thing, which that's probably a more complex build, but I just built that for you in 3 days, like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, dude, look at all this stuff that I've made. This is like really hard to do this, but I learned how to do that in like a day. But would somebody pay a lot of money for it if I wasn't really good at selling it? I don't know. I didn't charge you for it. Like I wouldn't have been like, hey,
True.
John, I need 500 to $1,000 to do this. I would have been like, yeah, it's hard for me to, which maybe that is worth the money. I don't know. It was functional. It's
Yeah.
fully functional, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just bad about that stuff. But like hearing Corey say that, it sounds cool, but it's a very specific circumstance why that worked for him. I think.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, which maybe I'm just small thinker. It's probably a good idea. I don't know. Maybe do it, guys. I'm probably dumb. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all we got for you guys today. Let us know in the comments what you think, maybe what model you would want to run. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next
Click the
episode.
link if you have that. Hopefully this is the third time. I'll make a little clip before this, but I will make a little thing for you guys, a little guide, mini course.
Check it out down below. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Peace.
Peace.
If you enjoyed this episode and know someone else that would enjoy this episode, if you could send them this episode, literally just copy and paste a link, send them on Instagram DM. Everyone loves to network. This is a great way to do it, a very easy way. It helps grow the podcast and get better guests. So the more the podcast gets shared, the more views we get, the better guests we could get for you. We would really, really appreciate it. And tag us on social media and we will share it as well.